Write the maximum and minimum values of cos x. Since we know that cos x lies between -1 to +1, and let's see the graph of cos x between -1 and +1. Say this is -π/2 and +π/2 graph, cos x graph, and here we had -1 and here +1. So we can observe that for -1 we will be having cos of -1, that is cos 1, and for +1 cos of +1 is cos 1. So both will have the same value, that is cos 1. And also we observe that for -1 to +1 the cosine graph will be between cos 1 and 1. So we can write for cos x belongs to -1 comma +1, cos of cos x also, the cosine of any value between -1 to +1 will lies between cos 1 and 1. So 1 is greater than cos 1 here. So we can consider that the maximum value of cos x is equal to 1, and minimum value of cos x is equal to cos 1. So maximum is 1 and minimum is cos 1. Okay, right, thank you. Write the maximum and minimum values of sin x. Since we know that for any real number, for any x belongs to R, sin x lies between -1 to +1, and now we shall see sin x for the values between -1 and +1. So from the graph, say this is 1 and -1 and let us plot the graph between -π/2 and +π/2. So this is how the graph of sin x between -π/2 +π/2, and we had -1 and +1 in between -π/2 and +π/2, so that we can observe that, so sin 1, so this is sin 1, and here it is sin of -1, which is equal to minus sin 1. So for the value of x, sin x lies between -1 to +1. So sin of sin x will lies between, the graph will be between minus sin 1 to plus sin 1. So we can write minus sin 1 to plus sin 1. So therefore we can consider the maximum value of sin x is equal to sin 1, and minimum value of sin x is equal to minus sin 1. So this is the answer. Okay, thank you. Write the maximum value of sin of cos x. Since we know that for any real value x belongs to R, cos x lies between -1 to +1. Now let us see the value of sin between -1 to +1. So from the graph it's very clear that let us take the graph from -π/2 to +π/2. The graph of sin x can be taken. So whereby -1 and +1 will be between -π/2 and +π/2. So its corresponding value can be taken. Sin of -1, that is minus sin 1, and at x is equal to 1, its corresponding value is sin 1. For cos x lies between -1 to +1, sin of cos x will lies between, means sine of the angles between the value of -1 and +1 will be -1 to sin 1 to plus sin 1. So we can consider the maximum value, therefore the maximum value of sine of cos x is equal to sin 1. So this is the answer. Okay, thank you. If sin x is equal to cos square x, then write the value of cos square x of 1 plus cos square x. So given that sin x is equal to cos square x, say 1, and we need to find the value of cos square x of 1 plus cos square x. So we can write it as cos square is nothing but sin of x of 1 plus cos square x is nothing but sin x. So which can be simplified and written sin x plus sin square x, and again from 1 sin x is nothing but cos square x. So we can write cos square x plus sin square x from 1. Since we know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, so cos square x plus sin square x is equals to 1 from identity. So we can just consider the answer is 1. Okay, thank you. If sin x plus cosecant of x is equal to 2, then write the value of sin power nx plus cosecant power n of x. Sin x plus cosecant x is equal to 2, which implies sin x plus 1 upon sin x is equal to 2 for sin x not equals to 0. Then we have sin square x plus 1 upon sin x is equal to 2, which implies sin square x plus 1 is equal to 2 sin x, or we can write this as sin square x minus 2 sin x plus 1 equals to 0, or this is same as 1 minus sin x or sin x minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. So we shall write 1 minus sin x because sin x maximum value is 1. So 1 minus sin x whole square is equal to 0. So which implies that sin x is equal to 1, which also implies that cosecant x is also equals to 1. So that sin power nx plus cosecant power nx will be equals to 1 power n plus 1 power n. So that is 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So we can say the answer is 2, or this can also be done. This can also be done by, or since the maximum of sin x is equal to 1 and minimum of cosecant x is equal to 1, and here it is given sin x plus cosecant x is equal to 2, which is possible only when both are equal to 1, that sin x is equal to cosecant x is equal to 1. It is possible only when sin x and cosecant x both are equals to 1, and hence sin power nx plus cosecant power nx can be taken as 1 power n plus 1 power n, that is 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So we can go with an answer 2. Okay, great, thank you. If sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1 given, then write the value of cos power 12x plus 3 cos power 10x plus 3 cos power 8x plus cos power 6x value. Since sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1, which implies sin x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. So that is sin x is equal to cos square x. since we know that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. And now consider cos power 12x plus 3 cos power 10x plus 3 cos to the power of 8x plus cos power 6x, which equals to, so we can take out cos power 6x common, and we can write cos power 6x plus 3 cos power 4x plus 3 cos to the power of 2x plus 1. So we can write this is cos square x whole cube into cos power 6, we can write cos square x whole cube, and here we can write 3 into cos square x whole square into 1 plus 3 into 1 square into cos square x plus 1, we can write it as 1 cube. So whereby I am expressing in the form of a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, which is equal to a plus b whole cube. So we can write here cos square x whole cube into cos square x plus 1 whole cube, or we can write cos square x of cos square x plus 1 whole cube. So which equals to cos square x is nothing but sin x, we can write, and cos square x is 1 plus sin x whole cube. So which equals to sin x plus sin square x whole cube. Since we know that sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1, so we'll get 1 cube answer, that is 1. So the value of cos power 12x plus 3 cos power 10x plus 3 cos power 8x plus cos power 6x when sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1 is 1 answer. Okay, thank you. If sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1 given, so given that sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1, so which implies sin x is equal to 1 minus sin square x, so that is sin x is equal to cos square x, since we know that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. And we need to find the value of, so let's consider cos power 8x plus 2 cos power 6x plus cos power 4x. So whereby cos power 4 is common, so we can write cos power 4x plus 2 cos square x plus 1, which equals to cos power 4, we can write cos square x whole square, and this is cos power 4 plus 2 cos square x plus 1, we can write it as cos square x plus 1 whole square. So this can also be written cos square x into 1 plus cos square x whole square, we can write. So cos square is nothing but sin x times of 1 plus again cos square x is sin x whole square, so which equals to sin x plus sin square x whole square. So sin x plus sin square x is 1, so we can give the answer 1 square is 1. Therefore the value of cos power 8x plus 2 cos power 6x plus cos power 4x when sin x plus sin square x is equal to 1 is answer 1. Okay, thank you. If sin θ1 plus sin θ2 plus sin θ3 is equal to 3 for any three angles θ1, θ2, θ3, then write the value of cos θ1 plus cos θ2 plus cos θ3. Since we know that for any theta belongs to R, sin theta lies between -1 to +1, that is maximum value of sin theta is equal to 1. It's given that sin θ1 plus sin θ2 plus sin θ3 is equal to 3, and since the maximum value of sin theta is 1, so which is possible only when each for θ1, θ2, θ3, sin θ1 and sin θ2 and sin θ3, all the three must be equals to 1. That implies θ1 is equal to θ2 is equal to θ3 is equal to pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So therefore required cos θ1 plus cos θ2 plus cos θ3 is equal to cos pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0, so we can give 0 plus 0 plus 0. The answer is 0. Okay. When sin θ1 plus sin θ2 plus sin θ3 is 3, then cos θ1 plus cos θ2 plus cos θ3 is equal to 0. Okay, thank you. Write the value of sin 10 degrees plus sin 20 degrees plus sin 30 degrees and so on up to sin 360 degrees. So this can also be written sin 10 degrees plus sin 20 degrees plus sin 30 degrees and so on. So there are total 10 to 360, 36 terms are there. So let me write here sin 170 plus sin 180 and again plus sin 190 degrees, sin 200 degrees, sin 210 degrees and so on. So the last term is sin 360 degrees, and last but before we can consider sin 350 degrees. And also we know that sin 180 plus theta, 180 degrees plus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Since 180 plus is third quadrant, in third quadrant sin is negative. So 190 degrees we can write it like first sin 10 degrees plus sin 20 degrees plus sin 30 degrees and so on to sin 170 degrees plus sin 180 degrees. Sin 180 value is, since we know that sin's integral multiple of pi, sin n pi is equal to 0 for any n is any integer. So sin 180 also we can take it as 0. So this is 0 plus sin 190 we can write it as sin 180 plus 10 degrees plus sin 200 we can write sin 180 plus 20 and so on. Sin 350 we can write it as sin 360 180 plus 170 we can write. So this can be written 180 plus 170 and again sin 360 by using sin n pi we can write 0. So that we'll have sin 10 degrees plus sin 20 degrees plus sin 30 degrees and so on to sin 170 degrees. Sin 180 plus 10 means third quadrant, so we can write minus sin 10 degrees. So minus sin 180 plus 20 is minus sin 20 degrees minus sin 30 degrees and so on minus sin 170 degrees. So each and every term will get cancelled. So we can cancel the terms and finally we'll get the answer 0. So the value of sin 10 degrees plus sin 20 degrees and so on sin 360 degrees value is 0. Okay, thank you. A circular wire of radius 15 cm is cut and bent so as to lie along the circumference of a loop of radius 120 cm. Write the measure of the angle subtended by it at the center of the loop. So there is a circular wire whose radius is given 15 cm and its circumference can be taken. C is equal to 2 pi r, that is 2 into pi into 15. So circumference is equal to 30 pi centimeters. And this circular wire is cut and bent so as to lie along the circumference. If this circular wire is cut, so you will get the length of wire. The length of wire is nothing but the circumference, that is 30 pi. And this circular wire, let us take AB, is taken along the circumference of a loop of radius 120 cm. So there is a loop, a circular loop of radius 120 cm. So in which this AB lies. So let us mark this AB. Say this is A and this is B. So it is lying along the loop of radius 120 cm. So then it makes, this arc makes a certain angle at the center of the loop. So let us mark it as a theta. So here the radius r is equal to 120 centimeters and AB is nothing but the arc AB is equal to the length of the arc. So let me write L, and here angle is equal to, angle subtended at the is nothing but theta, at the center is theta. So we have L is equal to r theta, where theta is in radians. With theta is in angle in radians, so we have theta is equal to L upon r. So the length is AB is nothing but 30 pi because it's the circumference of the given first circle, and upon the radius is given 120. So 34 times, so it is pi by 4. Pi by 4 radians is nothing but 45 degrees. So in degrees we can give 45 answer, or in radians we can give the answer pi by 4. Okay, this is the answer. Thank you. Write the value of 2 times of sin power 6x plus cos power 6x minus 3 times of sin power 4x plus cos power 4x plus 1. So let us simplify separately. Sin power 4x plus cos power 4x, first we do it. So which can be written as sin square x whole square plus cos square x whole square. Since we know that a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. So let us use this formula here. So we can write sin square x plus cos square x whole square minus 2 times of sin square x into cos square x. So sin square x plus cos square x is nothing but 1. Since we know sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, so we can write this is 1 square minus 2 sin square x cos square x. So we can conclude that sin power 4 x plus cos power 4x is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x. And now let us find the sin power 6x. Now sin power 6x plus cos power 6x is equal to, we can write this as sin square x whole power 3 plus cos square x whole power 3. So using the formula a cube plus b cube, a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. So let us use the formula here. So we can write a plus b, that is sin square x plus cos square x into sin square x whole square, that is sin power 4x, cos square x whole square, that is cos power 4x, minus minus a into b, that is sin square x into cos square x. So which equals to sin square x plus cos square x will give 1. So 1 into sin power 4 plus cos power 4, from the first we can say that 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x, and again minus sin square x into cos square x. So which equals to 1 minus 3 sin square x cos square x we can write. So now let us substitute in the given. So therefore 2 times of sin power 6x plus cos power 6x minus 3 times of sin power 4x plus cos power 4x plus equals to 2 times of sin power 6x plus cos power 6x we can write 1 minus 3 sin square x cos square x minus 3 times of sin power 4x plus cos power 4x we can write 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x plus 1, which equals to 2 minus 6 sin square x cos square x and minus 3 minus or minus plus 6 times sin square x cos square x plus 1. So minus 6 sin square x cos square x and plus get cancelled, and 2 minus 3 is minus 1 and it's plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, we get the answer 0. So we can just confirm that the value of 2 times sin power 6x plus cos power 6x minus 3 times of sin power 4x plus cos power 4x plus 1, answer is 0. Okay, thank you. Write the value of cos 1 degree plus cos 2 degree plus cos 3 and so on cos 180 degrees. So let me write this one here as cos 1 degree plus cos 2 degree and so on cos 45 degree and so on cos 89 degree plus cos 90 degree and plus cos 91 degree plus and so on cos 135 degree plus and so on cos 178 degree plus cos 179 degree and plus cos 180 degree. So the given sum, it can also be written in this way, so that we know that cos 1 degree plus cos 179. So if I can take cos A plus cos of 180 minus A, so which will become cos A, cos 180 minus 180 degrees minus A, that comes in the second quadrant. The second quadrant we can say it's a negative, so minus cos A, so we will get 0. So by using this concept, we can write here cos 1 plus cos 179, cos 1 plus cos 179, it becomes a 0. Cos 2 degrees plus cos 178 degrees will become 0, and so on. Cos 45 degrees plus cos 135 degrees also will get 0, and cos 89 degrees plus cos 91 degrees will get 0, and cos 90 value is, so you know cos 90 is 0 and cos 180 value is minus 1. So you're getting only the answer 0 plus 0 and so on, only minus 1. So minus 1 is the sum of the given problem. Okay, right? Thank you. If cot of alpha plus beta is equal to 0, then write the value of sin of alpha plus 2 beta. So here the angles alpha and beta are not mentioned. Let us assume that alpha and beta are acute. So that cot of alpha plus beta equals to 0 implies cos of alpha plus beta upon sine of alpha plus beta, which equals to 0. So which implies cos of alpha plus beta equals to 0. So where sine of alpha plus beta is not equals to 0. Since we know that cos theta is equal to 0, and for the angle is acute angle, alpha and beta are acute, so we can consider, so theta can be taken pi by 2. So which implies here in the case of alpha and beta, both are acute, so alpha plus beta can be taken pi by 2. So alpha plus 2 beta can be taken pi by 2 plus beta, because alpha plus 2 beta we can write it as alpha plus beta plus beta. Therefore sine of alpha plus 2 beta is equal to sine of pi by 2 plus beta, so which equals to cos beta, or we can also write this cos of beta. Beta, since alpha plus beta is equal to pi by 2, so we can write pi by 2 minus alpha. So cos 90 minus alpha, pi by 2 minus alpha, we can write sin alpha. So we can go with an option. Sine of alpha plus 2 beta can be taken as cos beta or sin alpha. So we can write the answer, sine of alpha plus 2 beta can be taken as cos beta or sin alpha. Okay, thank you. Given if tan A plus cot A is equal to 4, then write the value of tan power 4 plus cot power 4. So on squaring on both sides, so tan A plus cot A whole square is equal to 4 square, or we can write tan square A plus cot square A plus 2 times tan A into cot A is equal to 4 square is 16, and also we know that tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. So we can write tan square A plus cot square A plus 2 into 1 is equal to 16, or we can also write this as tan square A plus cot square A is equal to 16 minus 2, which is equal to 14. So we got it, tan square A plus cot square A is equal to 14. Again squaring on both sides. So we will have tan square A plus cot square A whole square is equal to 14 square. So which implies that tan power 4A plus cot power 4A plus 2 times of tan square A into cot square A, which is equal to 14 square is 196, or we can write tan power 4A plus cot power 4A plus 2 times of tan A into cot A whole square is equal to 196, or we can write it as tan power 4 plus cot power 4A is equal to 196 minus, because tan A cot A is nothing but 1, so we can write minus 2, which is equal to 194. So we can go with an answer 194. Okay, thank you. Write the least value of cos square x plus secant square x. So to solve this problem, let us apply the arithmetic mean and geometric mean concept for any two numbers. For any two numbers A and B, arithmetic mean AM is equal to A plus B by 2 and geometric mean GM is equal to root over AB. We have arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric mean. So let us apply arithmetic mean and geometric mean of cos square x and secant square x. So we will have arithmetic mean of cos square x and secant square x is equal to cos square x plus secant square x by 2 and geometric mean of cos square x into secant square x, which equals to root over cos square x into secant square x, which is equal to root over cos x into secant x whole square. So which is square root of 1 is equal to 1, since we know that cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1. Therefore, supplying the concept, arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric mean. So we have cos square x plus secant square x upon 2 is greater than or equals to 1, or we can write cos square x plus secant square x is greater than or equals to 2. So whereby we can just consider that the minimum value or the least value of cos square x plus secant square x is clearly we can see 2. Cos square x plus secant square x is 2. This is the minimum value. Okay. Thank you. If x is equal to sin power 14 theta plus cos power 20 theta, then write the smallest interval in which the value of x lies. So here given x is equal to sin power 14 theta plus cos power 20 theta, and since we know that for any theta belongs to R, for any real number, sin theta lies between 0 and minus 1 plus 1, and cos theta lies between minus 1 and plus 1, and square of the number sin square theta is lies between 0 and 1, and cos square theta is lies between 0 and 1. Means both are like between 0 and 1 is fraction or either 0 and 1. Now sin power 14 theta, which is smaller than, we can write sin square theta, because sin square belongs to 0 to 1. Suppose if x is equal to 1 by 2, so we can write 1 by 2 whole square is smaller than 1 by 2. So 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2 because it's a decimal. So we can consider sin power 4 is less than or equals to sin square theta, and similarly cos power 20 theta also less than or equals to cos square theta. Then if you add this inequality, you will get sin power 14 theta plus cos power 20 theta is less than or equals to sin square theta plus cos square theta. And we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So we can just conclude now sin power 4 theta plus cos power 20 theta, cos power 20 theta is less than or equals to 1. And also for any theta belongs to R, sin power 14 plus cos power 14 cos power 20 theta must be greater than 0 will get. You won't get even 0 also. So from this both we can just conclude that, so the value of x lies in the interval 0 to 1, open 0 and including 1. So 0, 1 is the answer. Okay, thank you. If 3 times sin x plus 5 times cos x is equal to 5, then write the value of 5 times sin x minus 3 times cos x. Given 3 times sin x plus 5 times cos x is equal to 5, then and let 5 times sin x minus 3 times cos x considered to be y, so that squaring on both sides, equation 1 and 2, squaring on both sides equation 1 and 2, so we'll have 9 times sin square x plus 25 times cos square x plus 2 times of 3 times sin x into 5 times cos x is equal to 25. And the second one, so we'll have 25 times sin square x plus 9 times cos square x minus 2 times of 5 times sin x into 3 times cos x is equal to y square. Then adding this both, or adding these two equations, so 25 plus 9 comes at 34 times sin square x, and here 34 times cos square x, and 2 3s are 6, 5s are 30 times sin x cos x, and here also 2 5s are 10, 10 3s are 30 times sin x cos x, both gets cancelled, so which equals to 25 plus y square so 34 times of sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 25 plus y square, or this can also be written 34 is equal to 25 plus y square. Since cos square plus sin square is 1, so y square is equal to 34 minus 25. So we can write y square is equal to 34 minus 25 comes 9. So y is equal to square root of 9. So you may get y is equal to plus or minus 3. So therefore we can consider 5 times sin x minus 3 times cos x, 5 times sin x minus 3 times cos x is equal to either plus 3 or minus 3. So this is the answer. Okay, thank you.